Our story begins in 1857, in the farthermost reaches of the north. A ship lies trapped, frozen solid in the ice. The ship's captain rallies his men, urging them to break through the ice as quickly as possible. They need to reach the North Pole. But suddenly, the captain hears something. An explosion echoing from 2 miles out on the ice. He and his crew rush toward the sound. What they find is horrifying. Blood splattered everywhere across the frozen wasteland. Among the carnage, they discover an injured man. His leg is badly broken. As they examine him closer, they realize something. This man's leg is a prosthetic. Then they hear it. A low, menacing growl in the distance. They quickly carry the injured man back to the ship, preparing themselves for whatever creature is out there. They assume it's a bear. But their gunshots do nothing. The bullets have no effect on this creature. When their shots do nothing, they realize the terrible truth. They need to get back on the ship now. The creature begins slaughtering the crew members with brutal efficiency. It climbs up onto the ship itself. Then it speaks. "Give him to me. It's here for the injured man." One brave crew member attacks with a blunderbuss, managing to strike the creature and knock it off the ship. But even this isn't enough. The creature is still alive. The ship's crew pulls the ladder up, trying to keep it at bay. But this creature is impossibly strong. It begins tilting the entire ship. There's one shot left in the blunderbuss. The captain fires at the ice near the creature. The ice shatters, and the creature plunges into the freezing water below. Afterward, they treat the injured man's wounds. His name is Victor. Victor warns the ship's captain that the creature will return. It will keep killing all of them until they hand Victor over. Victor tells them the creature cannot die. It will come back for him. He makes them promise that when it returns, they'll throw him out onto the ice so the creature can take him. The captain asks what kind of creature this is, who could have created such a thing. Victor's answer chills them to the bone. "I created it." Victor introduces himself as Victor Frankenstein. His father gave him that name. It means conqueror. Victor begins to tell his story. He lived with his mother, while his father was a baron and a preeminent surgeon. His father married his mother for her substantial dowry and noble lineage. Whenever his father came home, the entire household bent to his will. His father would force Victor's mother to eat meat for protein because she was pregnant. Every day, Victor would sit before his guardian angel and pray, listening to his parents shouting at each other. His mother would break down, embracing Victor while crying. Victor's father despised both of them. His father taught him, and Victor was remarkably intelligent. But whenever Victor couldn't answer a question, his father wouldn't strike his hands with the stick, because Victor was meant to become a surgeon. Instead, he would strike Victor across the face. One day, after his father left, Victor's mother's condition worsened dramatically. Complications developed in her pregnancy. Victor called for his father. His father operated on Victor's mother, but she didn't survive. He only managed to save the newborn. Victor was shattered by his mother's death. Darkness consumed his life without her. His younger brother William was raised completely differently than Victor had been. Victor's father showered William with love and affection. This filled Victor with jealousy. He was also deeply haunted by the fact that his mother had died at the hands of the most famous doctor of the time, his own father. Victor confronts his father. "You let her die, didn't you?" His father replies that he tried everything to save her. But no one has ever conquered death. Victor's response is defiant. "Then I will conquer death." That night, Victor has a vision. A dark angel appears to him, making a promise. Victor would have command over the forces of life and death. He would become every ounce the surgeon his father was. He would surpass him in ambition and in reach. Back in the present, the creature breaks through the ice. Victor continues his story. 2 revolts and a fire on his mother's plantation destroyed the family fortune. His father passed away as well. After that, William went to one side of the family in Vienna, while Victor went to Edinburgh. And there, for decades, he tried to expand the narrow limits of academia. Victor delivers a presentation at the Royal College of Medicine. He declares that birth is not in our hands. That belongs to God. But death? Death is something we can control. Man may pursue nature to her hiding places and stop death entirely. Victor has brought the corpse of a dead shopkeeper. The hand attached to it belongs to a carpenter. Victor has completely joined the hand and body together. The moment he applies the battery, life surges back into the corpse. Victor explains that the convulsions they're witnessing aren't unusual, but the flow of energy inside the body follows a different notion entirely, called chi. The professors are outraged. This isn't some circus act. This trickery won't be tolerated here. Victor demonstrates further. He shows the dead body catching an apple. When he tells it to give him the apple, the dead body hands it over. But the professors demand he stop immediately. This is unholy. God gives life and God takes it. Watching all of this from the audience is a man named Henrik Harlanda. Victor removes the needle from the dead body, and it becomes lifeless once more. As Victor leaves, Henrik approaches him. He's brought a letter of introduction written by Victor's brother, William. Henrik tells him that William is coming to visit. He wants to introduce Victor to his fiancée, Elizabeth, who happens to be Henrik's niece. Then Henrik asks the question that's been burning in his mind. Does Victor truly believe it's possible to assemble a man with an entirely new body and give him life? Victor's response is simple. You saw it, didn't you? Henrik was deeply impressed by what he witnessed. But he challenges Victor. Can you contain your fire, or are you going to burn your hands before delivering it? Victor tells him to leave, but Henrik persists. 3 days from now, they'll meet William and Elizabeth. And that same evening, I will change your destiny. 3 days later, Victor arrives at Henrik's home. He's brought his research papers with him. Henrik understands that Victor is using the nervous system to deliver the surge of energy. But that's precisely the problem. The sustainability of the life force is very brief. It wanes and evaporates. Henrik had already figured out during the presentation that the body would die shortly. Henrik was once an army surgeon himself, but now he's an arms merchant. He asks Victor if he's ever heard of the Evelyn tables. Henrik possesses a remarkable wooden plank displaying an entire human body's lymphatic system. It moves a mere 3 liters of fluid, but it's a vast network. And the 9th configuration, an almost ethereal structure surrounding the heart, can distribute but also store energy. Seeing this, Victor suddenly understands. All of this is happening near the spinal column. Henrik makes his offer. I will endow your pursuit with unlimited resources. Victor asks what he wants in return. Henrik replies that perhaps someday he'll ask for a favor. But for now, he simply wants to document everything. Victor says, I'll consider it. Victor steps outside and meets William. William introduces him to his fiancée, Elizabeth. The moment Victor sees Elizabeth, he's stunned. She's breathtakingly beautiful. William confronts Victor. You could have quietly continued your research. Why did you need to draw so much attention to yourself? Victor responds, You sound like our father. He believed that if he could regenerate life through divine act by physical and chemical means, why should he remain silent? Elizabeth laughs at this. Victor and Elizabeth's views couldn't be more different. Back in the present, there's commotion outside the ship. The ship's captain receives word that a watchman has spotted the creature. But the captain is determined to protect Victor. Back in the past, Victor, Henrik, and William arrive at an old tower. This is where Victor will conduct his research going forward. William will assist him with the entire project. Victor begins listing all the equipment he needs. His deal with Henrik is finalized. Victor selects a test subject from among the criminals scheduled for hanging. But there in the market, his eyes fall on Elizabeth. Elizabeth heads to a church to make a confession. Victor follows her, curious about what she needs to confess. Victor takes the father's place in the confessional. Elizabeth tells him she sinned. She's had wicked thoughts about her fiancé's brother. Victor asks if it's about lust. No, Elizabeth says. Hatred. He's an appalling and grotesque person. He tries to control and manipulate everything and everyone around him. The truth is, Elizabeth had seen Victor in the market. She knows it's him on the other side of the confessional. They end up having dinner together. Victor guesses she bought romantic books at the market, but she actually purchased books about insects. She's interested in their science. Victor finds this endearing. They begin to dance. For the first time in his life, Victor finds himself more interested in life than in death. Victor starts leaving William alone at work, telling him, I trust only you. Meanwhile, he spends his time with Elizabeth. Together, they catch a butterfly. William follows every one of Victor's instructions, preparing the entire lab. He's handled all the complex tasks. Victor begins his experiments. But one day, Henrik arrives with troubling news. Wars are becoming less frequent, and with them, his funds are drying up. Henrik's patience is running out. He tells Victor that a battle will take place next week, which means many dead bodies will wash up on their shores. Victor has only 1 week to figure out how to deliver the current throughout the entire body. Shortly after, Elizabeth comes to visit. She sees his research. Victor opens his heart to her. "I want you to stay with me always." But Elizabeth replies, believing something does not make it true. She's already chosen Victor's brother, William. Elizabeth's departure leaves Victor devastated. He's ready to give up. But then an idea strikes him. Using it, he brings his test subject's dead body to life with the current. Victor had found the final key he needed. He goes to the battlefield to search for a suitable subject among the dead soldiers. He needs a tall specimen. Scale will make the work easier. He cuts parts from many different bodies, assembling them into one body. Henrik photographs everything. Victor connects the battery to the body, preparing it. A storm is approaching outside. He'll be able to charge his battery with it. Victor goes to tell Henrik, but Henrik asks him for medicine. He's sick. Victor sees his true condition. He realizes Henrik has syphilis. Henrik is dying, and in exchange for all the funds he's provided, he wants that perfect body for himself. The moment Victor hears this, he refuses. Not yet. Victor goes upstairs to install silver rods on top of the tower to catch the lightning. Henrik tries to convince him. "I'll give you whatever you want, even Elizabeth." But Victor tells him, "Your disease has spread through your body. Your body is rotting from the inside." Victor's answer is clear. Henrik grabs one of Victor's equipment pieces and begins to blackmail him. They struggle. In the chaos, Henrik accidentally falls from the tower. Victor rushes down to him, but he's already dead. Victor quickly turns on all his machines. The moment the machines turn on, the rod atop the tower extends down to the dead body. When the lightning strikes, power surges into the battery. Power flows into the body. But the heart still isn't beating. Victor thinks he's failed. He starts cursing his guardian angel for lying to him. But that night, he has another vision of that same angel. And when Victor opens his eyes, the creature is standing before him, alive. Victor can't believe his eyes. He communicates with it through gestures, telling it about the sunlight. Victor removes the bandages. He tells the creature his name, Victor. The creature repeats his name. Its heart is beating. Meanwhile, Elizabeth asks William about her uncle. She says they should go see him. On the other side, Victor chains the creature up. The creature obeys his every command willingly. Victor leaves it there and walks away. For the creature, everything is new, like a small child experiencing the world. But Victor doesn't know what to do with it. He only knew how to create it. For weeks, Victor has to care for the creature. The creature cuts its own hand. Victor gets angry. But then, right before his eyes, the creature's wound heals on its own. The creature becomes angry. Victor calms it down. But Elizabeth and William are on their way. Victor chains the creature again. Victor wants to hear something other than the word Victor from the creature's mouth. He needs to know if it has intelligence. But no matter how many times Victor asks it to say different words, the creature won't speak. In fact, it seems afraid of Victor. Victor asks, "Why are you afraid of me? I'm your maker." Just then William and Elizabeth arrive. Victor excitedly leads Elizabeth to show her his research. But Elizabeth asks where her uncle is. Victor says he's not here. Then Elizabeth hears the creature's voice. She makes her way to it. The creature comes forward when it sees her. Elizabeth extends her hand to it. She's amazed by the creature. The creature touches her hand. Elizabeth touches the creature's body. She asks, "Who hurt you?" Elizabeth turns to Victor and asks who that man is. "Did Victor give him those wounds?" Victor replies, "I didn't give him wounds. I gave him life. I brought him to life." Victor shows them the creature. But the creature is displaying some strange behavior. Elizabeth asks why he's chained up. Victor says it's to manage him. His understanding is still limited. William asks Victor, "Is it intelligent?" Victor says nothing. That night, William admits what Victor did is remarkable. But of all the parts that make that man, which one holds the soul? Victor replies, "I don't know." Later, Elizabeth goes to see the creature. It's watching a leaf blow away outside. The creature sees Elizabeth and moves toward her. Elizabeth asks, "Does it hurt?" Elizabeth tells it her name and asks it to say her name. But the creature says nothing. Elizabeth gets up and leaves. And from behind, the creature says her name. Victor tells Elizabeth to stay away from the creature. It has no intelligence. Something went wrong. The creature only knows one word. But Elizabeth says, perhaps for the time being, that word means everything to him. What if in being anew, the spirit that animates him is simpler and purer? Victor asks, "What are you talking about, Elizabeth?" Elizabeth replies, "In those eyes, I saw pain." Victor snaps back, "What about my pain? What about what you have denied me?" Victor channels his anger toward the creature. "Your heart is pure, and I've become a villain?" He ties the creature tightly and starts beating it with a rod, shouting, "Follow my orders. Lift your leg." In anger, the creature bends the rod and throws it away. It starts screaming, "Victor! Victor!" Victor tells William he made a mistake. This thing is very dangerous. Victor shows William Henrik's body, claiming the creature killed him in a fit of rage. Victor tells William to take Elizabeth and leave immediately. And don't tell her anything. William does as he's told. Before leaving, he asks Victor how long this creature will live. Victor replies, "Very brief." After they leave, Victor begins preparing to set the entire tower on fire. Meanwhile, Elizabeth says she's having terrible thoughts. They should go back. She threatens to jump from the carriage. Back at the tower, Victor tells the creature, "Say one new word and I'll forgive you." The creature says, "Elizabeth." Hearing this, Victor goes outside and sets the fire. The flames reach the creature. The creature is screaming, "Victor! Victor!" Victor rushes back inside. But the blast throws him outside. His leg is broken. The entire tower explodes. Elizabeth and William arrive just in time to see it. But the story didn't end there. The creature has made it onto the ship. It says, "My maker told his tale. Now hear mine." The creature tells his story. When the fire started, he kept calling Victor's name. But when he realized he was alone, he decided to escape. He broke the chains and followed the water out of there. He fell into the sea. Sometime later, he regained consciousness on a shore far from the tower. The creature began observing the trees and plants of the forest. He saw skulls there. He took their clothes and wore them. In the forest, he watched a deer eating fruit, so he ate some too. He even fed fruit to the deer. But suddenly, hunters started shooting at him. The creature runs from them. Within moments, his wounds healed. But he started feeling cold. He breaks into a house. The creature sleeps in a corner. But in the morning, the people who live there return home. They're the same hunters who shot at the creature. In their family is an old man who can't see very well. Watching them talk, the creature learns words. He wants to become part of this family. So at night, he starts helping them with their work. They believe he's the spirit of the forest. The creature likes this. From that day on, he becomes their guardian angel. And on occasions, they too extended a small kindness toward him. The creature is happy. But one day, wolves attack and kill some sheep. Some hunters will go to the city to sell the old sheep. Others will hunt the wolves in the forest. But the old man wants to stay behind. Despite their insistence, he won't go with them. When he's alone, the creature appears before the old man. The old man asks who he is. The creature replies, "Traveler." The old man invites him to sit in a chair. He says there's some food right there. The creature accidentally drops and breaks a bottle. The old man says, "Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid at all." He asks about the wounds on the creature's hands and face. The old man says, "You were hiding in the mill behind us, weren't you?" He knows. Their spirit of the forest is none other than this creature. He says, "I cannot judge of your countenance, but there is something in your voice which persuades me of your goodwill and kindness." The old man asks him to stay with him. He tells him to consider him a friend. In the coming days, the creature reads many stories, like Adam and Eve. In a few days, he experiences his first snow. The creature tells the old man he wants to know who he is. In his dreams, he sees memories of different men. The creature only remembers fire and water. He only remembers one word: Victor. Searching for this word, the creature reaches the destroyed tower. Seeing the remaining research papers there, he understands how he was created. He realizes what he is. He is not even of the same nature as man. Learning the truth about himself, the creature is completely shattered. And that's when his eyes fall on Victor's full name. He knows where to find him. When the creature returns to the old man, the wolves have already attacked him. They attack the creature too. He fights them off. He kills some and scares the rest away. But the wolves have already killed the old man. In his final breaths, he speaks to the creature. The creature tells him, "I found out who I am. I'm the child of a charnel house. I'm a monster." The old man replies, "You are a good person and my friend." But just then, the old man's family returns. They shoot at the creature. They attack him. The creature kills one hunter and escapes. He makes it a short distance before collapsing. The hunters shoot him again. But after a while, he heals and comes back to life. He felt lonelier than ever. Every human has one way to escape their pain. But the creature doesn't even have that. The scene shifts to Victor. He has another vision of that angel. When Victor wakes up, it's the day of William's wedding. Before the wedding, Victor goes to see Elizabeth. He tells her that obsession has left him. "I congratulate you and my beloved younger brother." But Elizabeth is still angry with him. She slaps him and throws him out. Elizabeth has kept the leaf the creature gave her all this time. In his room, Victor senses the creature's presence. He says, "Come out of the shadows." The creature appears before him. Victor realizes the creature is intelligent. His work wasn't flawed. And the creature wants Victor to create a companion for him. But Victor flatly refuses. "I won't create another monster. I won't make the same mistake again." The creature says he can't die. And being alone is unbearable. When Victor calls him something, the creature responds, "You made me human. Think, I feel." He's only asking for someone like himself. But Victor says, "If there are two of you, you'll reproduce. Death begetting death begetting death. A race of devils propagated upon the earth." Victor declares, "Never again will I make something like you, wicked and deformed." The creature asks, "Will your will still rule today?" The creature starts beating Victor. "If you can't give me love, then suffer my rage." Hearing the noise, Elizabeth rushes in. She and the creature see each other. But Victor shoots at the creature. Elizabeth takes the bullet herself. Victor tells everyone the creature attacked her. Elizabeth says, "Take me with you." The creature take her with him. In all this chaos, William is injured. Victor tries to save him. But William says, "I fear you, Victor. All of this started with you. You're the real monster." William dies. Victor grabs a gun. Meanwhile, the creature carries Elizabeth to a cave. Elizabeth was in love with the creature. She says, "What could be better than to die looking at you?" Gun in hand, Victor arrives there. He sees Elizabeth's dead body. The creature attacks him. "You called me a monster, didn't you? Today I'll show you savagery." He says, "I will make you humble." Victor chases after the creature, but it vanishes into the snow. For many days after, Victor searches for it. He's out hunting the creature. While resting at one spot, the creature appears before him on its own. Victor quickly loads his gun. He shoots the creature's outstretched hand. But the creature grabs him by the leg and drags him down. "You only listened to me when I hurt you." Victor has brought dynamite to kill the creature. The creature tells him to light it. He tells Victor to run. The creature detonates the dynamite in his own hand. But even this doesn't kill him. He starts healing again. Once more, his hope for mercy is destroyed. And he's left with only one path. That's when the ship's crew rescues Victor. And now both of them are on the ship. The creature tells Victor, "I will bleed, suffer. But it will never end." Victor grabs the creature's hand and apologizes. He realizes he's done something terribly wrong. But the creature understands that his creator is dying. He says, The tide that brought me here now comes to take you away, leaving me stranded. Victor calls him my son and asks for forgiveness. He tells him, if you have it in your heart, forgive yourself into existence. If death is not to be, then consider this, my son. What recourse do you have to live? Victor says he just wants to hear his name from the creature's mouth one last time. The name that was once his entire world. The creature says, Victor, I forgive you. And Victor dies. The creature says, rest now, father. Perhaps now we can both be human. The creature quietly climbs down from the ship. He pushes the ship, breaking it free from the ice. These people will be able to complete their journey. And with that, friends, this story comes to an end. Let us know in the comments how you liked this explanation. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next video.